Hi there, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree, and in this video, I'm doing a tarot reading for the sign of Scorpio. In this series, I am using the Tattoo Tarot by Megamunden. This is the Broken Mirror Tarot by Vermilion, and this is an oracle deck, the Jade Oracle by Veronica Iglesias. And I enjoyed reading an oracle card so much the last series, so I have decided to bring out another deck. So we're going to start out by smudging the decks and the space just to clear out any kind of residual energies that may be floating around. And I like to use Palo Santo. It's quick, it smells divinely, though it does not stay lit, so I have to keep relighting it, but that's okay. I don't mind it because it's just a very good smudge all around. Okay, so Scorpio, we've got the moon in Scorpio right now, which is why I'm starting out with you. Also, I'm a Scorpio sun in the tropical astrology. I also have my Mercury and Uranus in Scorpio as well. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, Scorpio, if for any reason this reading is not fitting what's going on in your current situation, try the reading for your moon sign or your rising sign. Alternatively, you can try Sidereal Astrology. The signs for those, the signs are just a little bit different with them as far as your placements. They use the true sky, the true sizes of the constellation. So Virgo is a really big constellation and Scorpio is a smaller one. So just FYI. And if you like this video, remember to hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos, subscribe. And if you'd like, go ahead and leave a comment. I always appreciate those. So, okay, Scorpio, let's see what we have for you today. Five of Swords in reverse, air energy. Nine of Swords in reverse, more air energy. And then the Two of Wands, fire energy. Okay, so we might be kind of stuck somewhere in regards to our mental situation. We might be feeling just like there might be some kind of I don't want to say conflict, but maybe an argument, a situation where there's a disagreement in a thought and the ways of your thinking. I don't know if this is an external disagreement or an internal disagreement, but we do have the Nine of Swords here, which that is like 9 is a number of kind of completion, right? You're like kind of wrapping up, you're getting ready to move on to the next plane, which is the double digit numbers, the tens. And so I kind of feel like there might be some stuck energy, perhaps having to deal with this conflict where you can't move up to that next level. Then we've got the Two of Wands here, and that's fire energy, the ignition, that kind of get up and go. And this is where two, we'll say like two things meet and they start working together to start producing that three that they start producing to their creation. So you've got the one and the two who are coming together, and then they start working together so that they can create, they can do what what they're made for, because the one can't do it on its own, so it needs that two to come in and help and to mix together to that flow of ideas to get it moving. So I kind of think of it as a catalyst. and an actor, right? I don't know if an actor is the right word, but you need that catalyst to get this one thing going. And that's kind of how I see the Two of Wands. So there's some kind of movement, some kind of action that is brewing here. And we are going to use the Broken Mirror Tarot to further explain these three cards here. Oh man, I just love this blue. This blue gilding on the sides of these cards is just gorgeous. Unfortunately, they don't, Vermilion sold out of this, this particular edging. I know they had four different styles of this particular edition. And I know this happens to be the Marseille style. And then I think they had an RWS, and then I think the edgings were different. So there might have been two Marseille and then two RWS. Anyhow, the Marseille has RWS elements in it. So while the pips aren't as illustrated as, say, an original Marseille style, they do have a little bit more illustration in it, and it has a little bit of the RWS imagery in it. Maybe we'll have some of those pop out and I'll point it out. Okay, so let's see, Scorpio. This Five of Swords in reverse. We've got the Ace of Staves in reverse. That's fire. We've got the Hermit in reverse. And then we've got the Sun. So two major arcana here. The Hermit and the Sun. So, and it is very interesting. This Staves, this is the wand. We've got the 2 up right here, but we've got the Ace in reverse here. And with the Sun and the Hermit card here, these are our major arcana and the important energies that we need to really focus on. The Hermit is the card of going within, right? The card of self-reflection, of sort of secluding yourself so that you can further understand your environment, secluding yourself so that you're not influenced by your environment, and giving you that time to just kind of chill, you know, kind of relax and give you some time for some deep reflection. And with him being in reverse, I'm showing that perhaps you're not doing that. And then we have the Sun card here, which is our illuminator, right? He is the giver of warmth, and he means happiness, and it's a masculine energy. So, we want to, it's a very much of an illuminator. And so I'm showing that there is something that needs to be illuminated, and I don't know, it seems like with the Hermit in reverse, perhaps that's not exactly, it's not calling for you to seclude yourself for some reason, is what it looks like. Even with this Ace of Wands here in reverse, I mean, this is that igniter, that action card, and it's almost like it's almost kind of like a wait and see type of situation that I'm getting here in regards to this conflict. So let's get a read on this Nine of Swords in reverse. And, you know, in RWS, this is that nightmare card. This is the card of that woman sitting in bed, and she's got her hand over her face, you know, and it's kind of like that mindset that is just, it's like anxiety. It's keeping you up at night. And I mean, it's something that's going on in your head, and then you're not able to move to the next level with it. And it's just there, you know, kind of just swishing and swashing in your mind. I mean, that would definitely produce some anxiety. So let's get a read on that, Scorpio. Nine of Swords in reverse. We have the Two of Wands, staves. Interesting. So fire energy there. Nine of Staves. in reverse. And then we have Fortitude, which is strength. Okay, so this is our major arcana here, and this card talks about the inner strength. Not only is it talking about strength, but it's also talking about self-confidence. You know, it's the Leo card. It's that card of being sure of you know, kind of to getting a handle on the situation, but not in a physical kind of way, more in see, he has a club in here. That seems a little physical, but at any point, you know, this lion could just take this guy, and you know, he'll bite that club in half, spit it out, and then, you know, bite this poor guy's arm off. So what this really is saying is it's that when I get this card, I always think of that look that the mother gives the child from across the room when the child is doing something it knows it's not supposed to be doing, but it's just the raise of the eyebrow or even the tilt of the head, you know, tells that child that you better stop right now. And the child knows, you know, so it's that kind of strength that it doesn't need to be a production. You don't even need to say anything. You just, your presence, a look is enough to take control of the situation. And I do think it's interesting that we have two nines here, and they're both in reverse. And so I'm kind of getting the feeling here that that you do need to maybe get a little bit more, maybe, so I don't want to say information because I'm not feeling information here, but there's just something that you're missing. In regards to this fire energy, in regards to your action. It's asking you to kind of pull back a little bit. However you're currently handling this mental situation, however however you're acting upon this mental situation, it is not it's not fully developed yet. I'm seeing still this situation of working together, of uh, of that catalyst still needs to get in there and start doing its job so that it can get in there and the three can bloom, right? Because we've got these two of staves, two of wands here. And then again with this nine, it's that ending card, that coming to the end card, but it's in reverse. And not only that, it's not quite ending. So it's not quite ready is what I'm saying. Is what I'm seeing here. And I do see that you've got to put a little bit more of that internal fight, I guess you could say. I'm showing that the sun wants to illuminate this internal action, this internal fight, this internal plan that you have going on. So let's get a read on this Two of Wands, because perhaps this is the plan. That's kind of what I'm getting here. So let's see, Scorpio, Two of Wands. Oh, okay, Eight of Swords in reverse. Page of Coins. So this is air. Eight of Swords is air. Page of Coins is earth. And then we've got the High Priestess in reverse. Wow, so interesting. We've got lots of major arcana cards. 2, 4. So we've got 4 major arcana cards here in our lower deck. The High Priestess, this is a card of going within and calling on that higher knowledge that resides within yourself. And with her being in reverse, there is, so she's also about the hidden, that hidden kind of knowledge, that hidden type of thing that's not always readily apparent. And so with her being in reverse, I do feel, and then the Hermit is also in reverse. That's another introspection inside card. I feel like the answer is outward. And with the Page of Coins being here and he being our only Earth card, he is um, he's that explorer. He is that he's earth and of earth. And so he really wants to get in there and explore, literally, get his hands dirty, literally. He wants to fully understand his entire world and his physical world. So I feel like the answer is not quite within you, it's outward. And then we have this Eight of Swords here. This Eight of Swords is like a personal nightmare, that kind of monster, that mental tornado that we create in our head, and we sort of make a situation bigger than it actually is because we just keep turning it over and over in our head, and then it just keeps getting worse and worse, and it actually turns out that that's not exactly how it is. It's just that we've made it that way. And so with this being in reverse, I do feel like this is kind of stuck in your head. So I feel like you've got to go a little bit more into the physical. You've got to do a little bit more exploring in the physical. It's also interesting that we don't have any water cards in here. So there is, well, I mean, the High Priestess can be a little bit of the water, but she's more of, she's more of an archetype. But as far as the minor arcana, that's kind of our everyday kind of situational type stuff that we face. And so I don't see a lot of emotion kind of clouding here. I do see a lot of mental energy and some action. And our actionary cards. So all of our mental cards, our air cards, are in reverse. And then we have two of our actionary cards. They are upright. So before, it's looking like you still need to work out your plan of action. Because it's not quite ready for you to act on just yet. And I think this card here is kind of telling you to offer a little bit of restraint, Scorpio, offer a little bit of self-control. And I think it's asking you to get your mental state in a little bit more of control. And I think once you get your mental state a little straighter, a little more focused, instead of being so erratic here with this mental monster type card going on. And so I'm feeling like this is definitely an internal. Remember I said earlier I didn't know if this was external or internal conflict. I do feel like it's an internal conflict. I think something is just ruminating in your head, and you're wanting to take action here. And you're wanting to act on this information that has kind of turned into a monster in your head. But I don't think that's exactly what you need to do. I think there needs to be a little bit more thought, a little bit more what's the word? You need to shine the light on the situation on both sides, on both your mental and your actionary. Because with this Eight of Swords here, it's you're creating something that's not really there. And it's that mental prison card, and the sun is calling on you to shed some light on that. It's time for you to come out of your head and come into the physical a little bit before you actually take some action. Because if you're going to act on this bad information here that you kind of made yourself, it's not going to be good for you. I think you're going to have to somehow shine a light on what really happened. And if whatever this conflict has to do with it, go back and revisit it if it was with another person. talk to that person and see what that person thinks, or if you have somebody somebody who you can talk to and explain, like a mentor or a parent, you know, and explain to them the situation. Get an outside point of view so that you can see what somebody else, you can understand what somebody else sees. So I don't know if y'all heard that, but my kids are outside. They're off of school today, and they're, you know, excited and playing, and I'm glad they're outside. So, anyhow, let's see. So yes, that's what I think needs to happen here. You need to consult somebody with an outside view if you can't quite, you know, get your head around it, and don't take any action just yet. And you want to, but I think the action is based upon this mental prison, this mental monster that you've created. You need to come out of your headspace and kind of get more into the physical. And I think that might take a little bit of this fortitude, because you might be kind of quick to act, you know. You might be kind of that person that's like, oh no, you are not going to, oh hell no, you know. But practice a little restraint in acting so quickly, and maybe try to understand the other's point of view. And then also try to understand how it turned into this big old mess inside your head. So with that, Scorpio, we are going to draw an oracle card from the Jade Oracle. So this oracle deck is Aztec Mexica deities. They're theos or teteos, what we call them. They're not gods. They're just kind of energies. And so let's see what kind of wisdom that they have for you today, Scorpio. And in regards to this crazy situation we have. Okay, actually I need to split the deck. So let's see what we have after I split, and then one more shuffle. Okay, so let's see what wisdom we have from the Jade Oracle. Oh, we've had this one. We had this for, I want to say, maybe it was Capricorn's reading, and then I drew a card for myself last night, and this card came up. So this is Chao Chi Huitliqui. Let me make sure I said Chao Chi Huitliqui. Yes. Okay, pretty good. So this is a Nawa, Chao Chi Huitliqui, a she of the jade skirt. And I've had this card many times, and you would think I would at least remember what it meant, but I do not, so bear with me. So, Chalchiquitliqui is the garden of terrestrial waters, living waters that flow through the land. She is the great nurturing mother related to the maintenance of all life, fertility, and fecundity. Because she also represents purity, Chalchiquitliqui is invoked in ritual ceremonies as participants wash their bodies with water to purify, regenerate, and allow rebirth. Chalchiquitliqui is present in rituals performed by midwives who wash newborns and asked her protection for their new lives. Babies were presented to her, and she held their destiny in her hands. She was invoked by healers to help cure diseases. Her name is found in magical utterances. Chalchiquitliqui awaits and welcomes you as you begin anew. When she appears, you will know that this is an excellent time for purification rituals. She will help you resolve difficult situations that you must confront. She invites you to use water for purification. For instance, prepare a bath with herbs and let the water take away what you need to release. The water will help you connect with your emotions, allowing yourself to feel. Then you will be able to go deep within your heart. Chalchiquitliqui protects your heart and offers security. Imagine that her cupped hands are full of sacred water, washing away the pain in your heart. Her healing waters will soothe and restore you. So yes, that is pretty interesting that we have a water card, and we didn't have any water in this reading. So let me adjust this just a tad. Oh, sorry. My little holder is just, it's a little, I don't know what the word is, but I just started here, so I'm a total noob. So when it comes to what I'm supposed to be doing and how to do it and, you know, technology, as far as recording videos. But anyway, here's the whole spread for you to see, Scorpio. And like I said, there's not any water in this reading, but she comes with water. So perhaps maybe that's what you're needing to do, is just kind of cleanse your emotions, and maybe the emotions kind of, well, they did. If we had this Eight of Swords here, it kind of, your emotions might have kind of stirred up that internal prison, those internal monsters that that you kind of created. So so get in some water and take a nice cleansing bath. You can use herbs, like they said. You can use flowers. You can also use what is those, oils. So and just kind of wash this away and let Chalkikukwi just kind of let you come anew. You know, come out of that water like a newborn, with a kind of a new outlook, a new way to look at this conflict that's going on. And perhaps you don't even need to consult that mentor. But yes, that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you, and I hope to see you next video. Take care.